So I'm going to install a small hand basin in our downstairs toilet. It'll have to be quite a small one because there's not a lot of room in here, but I'm planning a small square one on this wall here. It's going to be a cold water only one because we've only got cold water in here, and to run the hot water would be a bit of a challenge. And as we're quite a long way from where our combi boiler is, I don't think anybody's going to wait for the hot water to come through to hand basin to wash their hands. So it'll be a cold water only tap. For the drain from the basin, I'm going to run it into the pan connector on the back of the toilet. I've replaced that already with one that's got a 32mm Boss on it, so I can connect the pipe to that. As you can see, I've replaced this, and the basin will connect into this. This is the old pan connector. As you can see, it's not in very good condition. I don't know if that's coming out in the video. It has started to crack and break up anyway. I had to cut it in two with a hacksaw blade to get it out. And as you can see, the old one had this extension piece to connect to the back of the pan. So I managed to jiggle that out and fit this one. This one's an extended pan connector, so it's longer here. So I didn't need that extension piece, and I managed to jiggle that in and then push this with the seal up here, and then push the seal in once it was in position. Wanted to do that without having to remove the pan, because as you can see, this has been tiled around the basin, and it would have been a bit of a challenge to remove the basin. Yeah, so this is the sink that we bought. It's 18cm by 36 centimeters, so it's just the right size, I think, to put on this wall. It's not too big, not too small. Comes with its with the fixings. So let's get the wall drilled and get it mounted. So the wall's been drilled forward with a 12mm drill, and the wall plugs have been put in. And then the mounting studs are fixed, screwed in with a 6mm spanner. The mounting studs are now firmly home, so it's just a case of mounting the sink. And there we go, that's the basin mounted. Just some 14mm nuts to put on the studs underneath and tighten. So next job is to mount the taps and the basin outlet and start plumbing in. Right, with the sink screwed to the wall, I've fitted the tap and the waste into the sink. Fairly straightforward. I've only connected the one pipe for the tap. It's a mixer tap, hoping that once I get the cold water connected to that, water's not going to run out the hot water inlet for the tap. If it does, I'll have to try and come up with something to block that off. Yeah, so I've got those fitted. The next job is to plumb in the cold water feed, and that's going to be a simple job. Cutting into this pipe here, put a T-piece in. I'm going to use copper pipe and Yorkshire fittings, so I'm going to get a bit of copper pipe, put a bend in it, tee it off here, up here, a 90-degree bend to an isolation valve, and then we can connect that to the tap tail. So I'll get cracking on that. Right, so I've got my piece of copper pipe which I want to run pretty much flat against this wall. So the first thing I'm going to do is bend it, try and put a bend in the pipe so that it joins a T-piece here and then runs in some clips along this wall. So got my pipe spring. put in there. Put my pipe spring in and then bend it round my knee. I'd have to come back, cut it there for a minute. Right, slight change of plan. Managed to kink the pipe even with this pipe spring in it. So what I'm going to do is put a T-piece in here, and then I'm going to bring it out and put a 45-degree bend which I've got in the pipe, so it'll be easier. So the next thing to do is to cut into the pipe. I'll turn the water off, and I bought one of these compact pipe cutters to hopefully be able to do it. There should be enough room to use this behind the pipe. So it's the first time I've used it, so let's have a go. I've marked out where I want the pipe. This is where you need to do the first cut. I'm going to run the pipe round here. So let's put this on and try it. Just clips on, I think, like this. Oh, it's a bit tight. There she goes. Probably should have cleaned the paint off first, I reckon. Here it goes. Thought this would be easier than trying to get in with a hacksaw. There's not enough room for my usual pipe cutter to get in here. There it goes. And we're through. Should have probably had a sponge there ready for that. Right. Let's get that cleaned up. Right, I've got it all dry assembled. As you can see, I've got a 45-degree angle here into this T-piece. Fitted the pipe clips onto the wall. Put the tap connector on. It's an isolating tap connector there. So it all fits pretty well. So it's just a case now of cleaning everything up. And soldering the joints. Obviously going to have to put some protection behind here, stop the tiles getting damaged with a blow lamp. Yeah, so that's it. It all soldered up. As you can see, I've put some pieces of wood behind the pipes to protect the tiles. So hopefully that's done its job. But looks to be soldered up okay. Only time will tell. Well, that's the pipe work all connected and soldered up. Didn't go quite according to plan. This stop tap down here, couldn't get it to turn off fully, so couldn't get the solder obviously got standing water in the pipes, so I've had to fit this additional isolation valve here, compression fitting. So anyway, it's all nicely soldered up and watertight now. So next step, start with the waste. Right, so I bought this chrome, very nice chrome bottle trap for the sink. My plan is that the waste pipe will come out this side, down the wall here, run underneath the water pipe, across this corner here. Across this corner I've got a couple of 135-degree bends to bring it in front to that, and then down and into the pan connector. Oh, make us start cutting some pieces and see how it fits together. Right, well, that's the waste all plumbed in. I got a bit carried away there. Didn't take any more video. Got the bottle trap all tightened up. This is a 90-degree, straight 90-degree bend, and I got some of these 92.5-degree bends to give it a bit of a slope down here so the water runs away. There's my two 135-degree bends in the corner to go around that pipe. There's another one here, and another 92.5-degree bend there to go into the top of the trap. All seems to work quite well. Try the tap. Really happy with that. Yep. Just got to tidy up the paintwork and we're away. Right, well, this is the finished result. All works really well. Yeah, I painted the pipes. The copper pipes now all white. If you're interested, I use this stuff. Radiator enamel, Hammerite radiator enamel, eyeglass white. Find it keeps doesn't yellow and it's quite hard wearing. I was quite right when I said earlier that when you turn with using a mixer tap, hot and cold mixer tap with just the cold water supply, when you turn it on, cold water does run back down the floating hot pipe. So I had to buy one of these things, a male flange plug, 1/2 inch, which I've screwed into the spare hot pipe, and that stopped it leaking. Coiled the pipe up underneath. So yeah, job's done. It's quite happy with it.